up. So your selections, David?
Yeah, the 4 I've gone for today, first one runs in about half an hour, just under an hour. Champagne at Tara in the first at Sandown. Really lovely horse. There were 2 to take out of that bumper that looked really well in the paddock at Cheltenham. He was one, and the third, Art Camphor, was the other one. They both want going in your notebooks. I think he'll win today. 120, Sandown, I've gone with Upswing. He was always sort of doing a little bit too much for me, and I thought Cheltenham and I think Sandown will think this way round will suit him better. And the form got a bit of a boost yesterday when the 7th Kerala Key went in. Kitsenko over at Aintree, he was still going perfectly well enough for me last week, and he's a horse that I put up at the beginning of the season, so I'm not going to start deserting him just yet. I think he's got a really good chance at Aintree of getting one back on the board. And if you want one, I've got one for a big price, big price over at Chepstow, the 235. Bit of an each-way selection, Virginia Ash. You'll not really find it in your form books, but actually I don't think he's run at all badly last 2 runs in better handicaps than this. Midfield both times, and I think if James Davis uses forcing tactics again, I think he'll have a lot of these in trouble off the bridle turning in.
Dave, one thing I'd touch on with Virginia Ash, would you be worried about his jumping?
I think he's getting better, is what I'll say. Yeah, I know what you're saying, because he's a bit untidy, but I think he's getting better. They tried him over fences early in the season, and he hated it, absolutely hated it. And I think because of that, he's sort of taking his time a bit. I just think he's a bit stuffy. I think they've got 4 quick runs into him. I think he just needed a bit more getting fit, perhaps, and a few from that yard.
He does have a think over his hurdles, doesn't he? Sometimes he'll stutter into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's got a good speed figure. He's quite exactly the same speed figure last 2 runs, and it's not a bad one either.